Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. And it is Wednesday morning, and we are getting ready to do what today? What part of the program development life cycle are we in today? The coding, right? We are in stage 4. We have our GUI built. We have analyzed the problem. We have made a plan. We've built a GUI, and we are now ready to code it. Okay, the big thing that I'm seeing on most people's as beginning programmers is they are forgetting to put in this camera here. Okay, and they're forgetting to put in the text to speech, which you don't have to have, but we're just going to have some fun with it because it's one of my favorites. I love Siri or Iris, and they're not having. So let me show you real quick how to put these in. Okay, so if you're in your GUI, when you have a camera on your page, right, you need to have the camera software. So you go up to Media, and you just drag in a camera. This is a non-visible component. You guys with me on this? It will not be on your GUI, but what we've done is we've put in software into our app that allows our app to communicate with the camera on your phone. Does that make sense? Doesn't have to make sense. That's just the way it is. And as a programmer, you learn that's what you have to do. You guys have to quit saying, hey, does this make sense or not? In computer science, it doesn't have to make sense. Are you with me? It's just the way it is. Why do we kick off on the 40-yard line in football? Why don't we kick off on the goal line and go from goal to goal? Are you with me? That would make sense to me, but we don't do it. And I quit asking, does it make sense? Are you with me? It's just you go to a football game, they kick off on the 40, and that's it. All right? So in computer science, you have to quit asking, oh, does that make sense? Doesn't have to make sense. It's just the way it is. You have to learn that is the way it is. Thumbs up. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Here we go. What else do we need in here? Let's put in a fun text-to-speech because it's my favorite. We need a speech recognizer because we have a voice button. And we go down to sensors, and we put in a accelerometer because we're going to shake it and clear the app. Okay? Yes? Excuse me? What is it? Yes. By all means. Eat your Jolly Rancher. Yes. Do what? I'm going to show you how to use the tablet today. Okay? I'll show you how you run the tablet today. Let's get into coding first. We have to code first. And then test and debug, right, is what stage? Step 5. So that comes after coding. Once we code, then I'm going to show you how to run it with your tablet. Okay? So in due time, we will get to running and testing and debugging today. Okay, so does everyone know how to toggle back and forth between the blocks and the designer? Okay, how many, just a test question, how many views are there in MIT App Inventor? Sir, yes, sir. 2, what are they? Designer and blocks. Okay, in designer, we build the GUI, right? In blocks, we write the code. Thumbs up if you got that. Okay, so now here's the thing. Even when you're writing code, you should have your engineering paper out. Because what happens, folks, is this becomes a checklist for you and I. Are you with me? Do any of these buttons work right now? Austin. No, why not? You don't have any code in there, okay? You have 0 code. So it's like having a car with no engine. You don't have an engine. This car doesn't run. Okay? So this becomes a checklist. We got to get the red button, green button, blue button, I guess the yellow button. We have to get the eraser to work, the camera to work, and the microphone to work. Okay? And then at the end, I'm going to get some text-to-speech, speech recognizer, and accelerometer to work also. Okay? So this becomes a checklist for you and I. If you have an app with a button that doesn't work, you either A, need to delete the button, or B, get it to work, which most people, that's what we do, right? You put it on there for a reason, get it to work. So what I also like to do also as a programmer is I like to go through the app and figure out which button am I going to. So if I was actually running the app, let's role play it right now. So everybody pick up your tablet, right? And let's pretend that you're running this app, right? So this screen comes on up on our app, right? What button would I hit first to run this app? Okay, so you're going to hit the little icon button on your screen. That's the MIT Android guy. Yeah, that's this guy here. You're going to click here, and then you're going to scan this in. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a few minutes. But then you're going to run this app. Okay, so this app's up on our screen. What button do we hit first? Yeah, camera button. You're going to hit the camera button. You're going to take a picture, and then what's going to happen to that picture? Where should it go? Should go to the canvas. We have to send it to the cameras. Okay, and then what? What would you do as a user? Draw on it. What would you have to click first before you draw? Any of the color buttons. So you're going to select red, green, blue, or yellow in our case. And then you're going to start to drag your finger and draw on it. Okay, and then once you draw on it, you're like, oh my God, I made a mistake. That smiley face doesn't look right. What are you going to do then? Hit the erase button, right? So then we'll come down and we'll hit the erase button, right? And then at the end, if we want to upgrade this, we're going to play with the microphone button, do some voice recognition. That's kind of in the upgrade phase in stage 6, but I'm going to show you how to do that because it's kind of fun. All right, so does everybody understand we are going to hit this camera button first? Get the picture to go to the canvas. Once we're on the canvas, we can click red, green, blue, yellow. We can draw on it. Once we draw on it, we can hit erase. Once we've erased, we can do a microphone button. Okay? Does everybody have any forms to turn in today? All right, perfect. Here we go. Let's go to blocks. Okay? So let's go. Here is this side. This is your blocks. This is like all the tools, the programming tools. So let's click on control. Scroll through there. Do you guys see some stuff in there? Okay, let's click on logic. This is true, false, not, equal to, and, or. Let's go to math. If you guys want math to be in your code blocks, where are you going to go? To the math folder. If you want text, if you're dealing with text, and we're going to do that today because you're going to deal with text when you start doing voice. It's going to be voice to text. So you're going to start, we'll work in this box a little bit. A list. These are array lists. I'll show you how to do that. That's more advanced techniques. Colors. Are we going to need colors today? Yeah. Let's go ahead and drag these colors out. We're going to need red. And I'll tell you what, just start with one, and I'm going to show you an easy way because I'm going to show you how to work smarter, not harder. So let's just start with red. We'll hit the red button first. So we're going to need this. But we're all going to need green and yellow and blue later too. But I'm going to show you how to copy and paste this red one and get the other 3. Okay? So just get one right now. Variables, we'll get into variables later. Can everybody cruise through the variable box? Do you see how I'm doing this? So everybody see how I'm clicking on that box and then some stuff comes up, and if I want it, I just drag it out here, right? If you don't want it, throw it in the trash. Procedures. These are procedure calls. I'll show you. These are more advanced. I'll show you these later. If you want to do something to screen 1, you want to change its background or change its title, you can do all that. Here's your horizontal arrangement. Click on it. You got some buttons in there. There's your BTN red, BTN green, blue, yellow. There's your canvas. BTN erase, BTN take pic, voice. There's your camera call. There's text to speech, speech recognizer. So do you see how I can just click on them on the left-hand side? Awesome, what are you doing? What's going on with you, man? What's that? They are? Try just putting in FMS student if you're having problems. Guys, if you're having problems with your account, just put in FMS student, go to the general one, and put in Butler Tech 1. All you got to do is get on the internet, okay, and get to MIT. All right, so is everybody cool with how we go through that left-hand side? What are you doing? Why are you not in the blocks section? Why are you not there? You You got to get there because we're getting ready to code, right? Okay. Does everybody understand a little bit now in coding how to go through that left-hand side and pick out pieces of the puzzle that you want? Coding is, remember the video? Coding is really not having this big, huge understanding of all this code. It's really about doing one little tiny simple step at a time called problem decomposition. Okay, so we're going to problem decomposition this coding technique, and we're going to do one little tiny thing at a time. What's the first button that I'm going to hit? Role play the app, right? Let's go back here. Role play the app. Which button are we going to hit first? We got to decomposition this and do it one at a time. What's the first button I'm going to press here? Mark. Camera. Go get a piece of candy. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. Watch this. I'm going to go find my BTN take pick camera button. And I'm going to say, okay, when the BTN take pick is clicked, what should happen? Yeah, we want to take a picture. Guess what takes a picture? The camera one. So you go into camera one, you say, hey, camera one, purple, take a picture. Was that hard? No, it's pretty easy, right? If you can understand I want to press this button, I want the camera to take a picture. Now, there's one little thing you have to learn here, and you'll get this because voice recognizer is really the same way. You have to get in what they're saying, and then you have to decide what they said. The camera, you have to take a picture, and then after you take a picture, so go back into camera one and grab that block, when camera one dot after picture. After you take the picture, what do we want to do with the picture? Chandler. Send it to the canvas. Very good. So now I'm going to go up here to my canvas. I'm going to click on my canvas. And I'm going to cruise through here. Whoa, well, look at that. Background image. Do you think we want to set the background image? Yes. So I want to set the background image to this image here. Now, I like to say that see this little orange image box here? I like to say that that's like those little coins when you're playing Mario. Anyone ever play Mario and you got those coins above you? And you like hit them with your head and then you like see what's in the coin? Okay, so this is like a little coin here. And then you go in there and see what's in there. Oh, look at that, get image. I could go ahead and put that get image in there. Okay, now notice if I would say, okay, notice here if I would try to set the image. Does the set the image fit in here? Does it puzzle piece in here? No, look at that, it doesn't even fit, right? It won't even accept it. Only this one fits, right? That's why I said it's kind of like putting the pieces of the puzzle together, okay? And now we're ready to run our app. We actually have this working. We can take a picture and send it, okay? So let's go ahead and turn on our tablets. Okay, boot your tablet up. Mark. Poor internet connection. Okay, you have to put in D Richter. Go to your inner Wi-Fi. Put in drichter@butlertech.org. And then you have to bring it up to me and I have to put in the password for the internet. Because I'm not allowed to give you my internet password. drichter@butlertech.org, that's perfect. You go down to password. You put in my dog's name. And you say that he's number one. There you go. Put in my dog's name, but you don't know my dog's name. drichter@butlertech.org. You're looking good there. Oh, anonymous identity. I don't know if you need that. You're looking good there. Password. My dog is number one. There you go. Anyone else need a password connect? Go ahead and stop my video. All right, so I'll show you how to connect this tomorrow. Hopefully, we get our Wi-Fi password set. What you're going to do here is just go to connect and connect your AI companion. You're going to open up the MIT App Inventor on here. You're going to scan it in, okay? And it's going to run your app for you. That's all you do. If it doesn't run well, if it doesn't send all your images over, then this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to connect, reset, and I do it a couple times, just kind of clear memory. And then I hit AI Companion again. That comes up. You hit MIT on your tablet. You scan that in. Boom, it pulls it up. You guys got an idea of how to do that? Hopefully, if I get the internet password today or tomorrow, we'll get that working. All right. By the way, this is a test question. How many ways can you open up your app with your tablet? There's 2 ways here. You could scan in the barcode, or you could type in GQZDPV. You see that? It's 6-digit code. I normally never ever do this, but doesn't mean you couldn't. You with me on that? Why type it in when you can scan it in? I scan it in every time. Okay? All right, so we're back live again. So we're going to get the picture to go to the canvas. This does work. I'll show you tomorrow this does work. Okay, what's the next thing we have to do then to get this app to work? Let's go back here to designer phase. What buttons do we want to work on now? Yes, sir. Yes. No, that's going to be the last thing. Yes. Yeah, the color buttons. So let's go do a color button. So now that we have the picture on the canvas, and you have to take my word for it right now because we can't test it, we now want to go up and get a color button. So I'm going to go get red, click on red, and when I click on red, what should happen? What should happen when you click on red? Chandler. Okay, so you have to change the paint color to red. Guess where the paint color is? Anyone want to guess? Nope. Where are you really changing the paint color at? On the what? What do we draw on? Say it. Say it. The canvas. So when we change the paint color, we're really changing it on the canvas. Why do I want you to say that? Because now, if you know that, you can go search in the canvas on how to change the paint color. Scroll down, look for something that changes the paint color. Anybody see it? There it is. Boom. Set paint color of the canvas to, what color are we going to change it to? If I click the red button, I probably want to change it to, hello? Red. Okay, done. Was that hard to do? No. Now watch this. In this class, I always want you to work smarter, not harder, right? Are the green, the blue, and the yellow, in our case we have yellow now, you're the only class that has yellow. Do you think, logically, that the green, blue, and yellow button are going to be similar to this one? Do you think the other blocks are going to look similar to this for the yellow, the green, and the blue? Yeah, it's going to look exactly like it, except it's going to say BTN green and BTN blue and BTN yellow, right? Right? And then this color over here, instead of it being red, what's it going to be? Green, yellow, and blue. Okay, so watch this. Watch this. You ready? Watch. Everybody look up here. Watch and then do it. I'm going to right-click, duplicate. Right-click, duplicate. Right-click, duplicate. Now I've got 4 of them, and it's going to scream at you and say, hey, I don't like these. Just tell the computer, shut up for a second. Okay, I'm going to go to the second one, BTN green. This color right here is going to go to green. I'm going to go right here. This is going to be blue. This color over here is going to go to blue. I'm going to go right here. This color is going to be yellow. And this color over here, I'm going to click on it and go to yellow. Do you see what I just did? Was that pretty quick? Was that working smarter or harder? That was working a lot smarter, right? It's like copy and paste. And that's what coding's all about. You know, somebody says, well, how do you do 1,000,000 lines of code? When you write a program that has 1,000,000 lines of code, you really don't write 1,000,000 lines of code. You probably write about 200,000 of them, and then you copy and paste it 5 times. So who understands how I just did this? Get that done on your page, execute that, and you're ready to go. Thumbs up if you have this. Okay, was that hard? No. So you're halfway finished with your app. Okay? The only problem right now is what? Can I draw on this picture right now? Do we have code that's telling me to draw? No, even though you switch the paints, you still can't draw on your picture. So if we would go and run this right now, we get a whole lot of nada on the picture, okay? Because you don't have code saying, hey, you're drawing. All right, so now we need to execute a draw statement. So think in your brain with me here real quick. Where are we going to draw at? On, or at, or on? Yes. Very good. So now we got to go back into our canvas box, and I want to look for something that says, hey, I can draw. Okay, now think with me for a second. How are you going to draw on this picture? Yes. Okay, but what are you going to draw with? Your what? You're right, your finger. And how are you going to, what are you going to do with your finger to draw? Yeah. What? Press it down on the screen. And what do we call that? Does anybody see anything in here that could be called something? Take a guess. What do you think it's called? I'll tell you, it's at the top somewhere. What? Yes. Nope. I thought I heard it. Drag. You're going to drag your finger. You guys understand that? We're going to drag. That's called a drag. There's also a fling. There's a touchdown. There's a touch up. There's a touched. Okay? We're going to actually drag our finger. So I'm going to go get this drag event. Okay? And what am I actually going to draw when I drag? What do you want to be drawn when you drag? Go back through the canvas again and look for code that says what you could be drawing. What do you think we're going to draw? Draw what? Take a guess. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to draw a line. That's actually what you're really drawing is a line. We could have drawn points. We could have drew circles. But in our case, we're going to draw lines. Okay? And that's how we're going to drag and draw. So, once again, this is like this little Mario game here, right? You got all these coins above you. So you want to go and get the previous x, the x1, y1, x2, y2. x1 is going to be the previous x. So if you put your mouse over top of it, mine's not working very well. Drag. There it is. You want to get the previous x. You want to get the previous y. You want to go get the current x, that's the x2. And you want to go get the current y, that is y2. So put your mouse over top of it. You've got previous x, previous y, that's x1, y1. And x2, y2 is current x, current y. Put your mouse over top of those orange little capsules up there. Get it out of there and you're ready to go. Now guess what we can do? You can color and draw a line. And if you select a color, If you select red, you're going to get a red line. And if you select blue, you're going to get a blue line. If you select yellow, you're going to get a yellow line. Okay? If you don't select, do you know what color you get? Yeah. Yep. Your default value is black. Go get a piece of candy. Okay? If you don't select a color, it will default to black. But if you do select a color, then it changes it to red, blue, green. How many people have this so far, what I have? Guys, you are almost finished with all the code on your first app. Are you with me? Was it that hard? Was it as hard as you thought it was going to be? No. It takes a little bit of searching, a little bit of thinking, right? A little bit of problem decomposition. It can be done. Yeah, it's intimidating at first, but what isn't, like he said? But it can be learned. It can be done. Okay? All right, what's the next button we have to work on? So red, green, blue, yellow's done. My canvas is working. My camera button's working. What's next? Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there. That guy loves that speech recognizer. Yeah. Yeah, let's get the eraser. Let's say we mess up, right? We mess up. Let's get the eraser to work, okay? So let's go back in here. What am I going to, by the way, you guys can just drag this screen up and down. Do you guys know that? Okay. Real quick, if you want, you can right-click. You can arrange blocks horizontally. You can right-click and arrange blocks vertically. You guys with me on that? So that's just, that'll organize your code for you. By the way, I'm a Java person, so I hate this environment right here where these blocks can be like all out of order and all over the place, okay? Can't stand it. I want all my stuff to be boom, 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 boom in a perfect list and perfect indentation in perfect order, okay? So I try to do vertically all the time. I want my stuff in order, okay? All right, next. What are we going to press on to go get our erase button to work? Yeah. BTN erase. Good. I want to get the erase button to work. I go click on BTN erase, and I click it. When you click it, what should happen? Yes. Erase what? Where? Very good. The drawing on the canvas. So guess what? I got to go back and go. I got to go back and look under the canvas. I go back. Oh, look at that. Call canvas.clear. That's it. Your erase button works. Canvas.clear. Okay. Cool. Let's get the accelerometer to work because that also clears it. So let's go to accelerometer. And up here it has when shaking. When you shake it, what do you want to happen? Remember like Etsy says? You can just copy, you can right click on this purple one here, canvas.clear, you can duplicate it and you can drag it into your box. Boom. Now you can shake your tablet and clear your canvas. So you can draw, shake it, okay? Oh, by the way, let's do this, okay? I want to delete this one. I want to have a little preventative medicine here. Have you guys ever accidentally hit a button on an app and maybe you didn't want to hit it, right? So what we ought to do with the canvas clear button is let's do a long click. Are you with me here? So that you have to hold the finger down and really say, hey, I want to erase this before it erases. Instead of just saying, boop, erase. Maybe you didn't want to erase it and you accidentally brush your finger on that button and it hits it, right? So what we can do here is do a long click instead of just a little click. So does everybody see how I did a long click? Thumbs up. You see how I did a long click? Okay. Yeah. The camera button. I did a BTN, the BTN erase.click I erased. I don't want it to be a short little click. I want it to be a long click, so you have to go 1001, 1002. Oh, yeah, he really does want to erase it, right? She does want to erase it. Click, right? Do a long click instead of just a little tap, okay? All right. Arnold, what should happen next, Arnold? Here you go. Let's get into Arnold's speech recognizer because my man really wants to do speech recognizer. Are you with me? Okay. So speech recognizer is really fun. As you guys know what like Siri and Iris is, and when you speak into your phone, you say, "Hey, can you find me directions to?" That's all speech recognizer. So that's why I'm going to show you this on your very first app because it's really not that hard, and it's really fun, and it's a really good way to upgrade your app. Okay. Oh, by the way, before we get into that, Arnold, I'm going to put you on hold for one more second. Let's go ahead and do text to speech, okay? So I'm going to click on text to speech. And we're going to go right here. When you erase it, I'm going to put that in my erase block. Alana, can you do me a favor? Can you shut that light off? You guys, we want to make that a little bit darker, don't we? So you guys can see that board. Is that better? Okay. So, we want when we erase it, right? We want Siri to come up and say, "Canvas has been erased." Okay. So what you do here is see this little box here, this little puzzle piece that says message. You're going to go back up and get a text, and you're going to tell her what to say. And right here I can say something like Canvas has been erased. Okay. Now, let's go have some fun here. Can we have Siri tell us that the button Canvas paint color has been changed? Okay. So I'll go up here to my paint color and I'll say paint color has been changed to red. Okay. Could I do that on all the paint colors? Could I do that on all the paint colors? Yeah. Just right click, duplicate it, drag it down into green. 10 minutes left. We're doing well. We'll go in here and say, okay, this is green. So we'll go in here and say, okay, this is green. And I'm going to duplicate that 2 more times. And this one over here is going to be not red, it's going to be blue. Duplicate this. And this one's going to be changed to yellow. Boom. And now when you click on the red button, it'll say, boop, paint color has been changed to red. Paint color has been changed to blue. And you can go and play with, this is kind of fun. If you guys go in here and click on text to speech, okay, you go over here and you can change the pitch. You can raise this and lower this. You can raise the rate to like 0.5 and 1.5. You can do a different language. You've got Spanish, French, Italian. I think that's Denmark, English, country. You could give them an accent. Let's say you want a Great British accent. So I have a Great British accent now. Okay, so you can have all that fun in there with text to speech. That's pretty cool. I love to play with it. You can slow them down. I think it's like 0.5. Okay. And if you weren't sure, here's how you do it, right? You go in here to your media and you click on text to speech. You click on your question mark. You go to more information on text to speech. Here it is, text to speech. You read about it. And country, here's pitch. Set the pitch, text pitch. It goes between 0 and 2. So if you would do like 0 or 0.1, 0.5, it changes the pitch. Okay? She can talk really deep. Or she can talk really high. Or she can talk really deep. She can talk really high. You with me? You can change the pitch on it. Have fun with it. Play around with it. It goes between 0 and 2. How do I know that now? Because I just read it, right? It says right here, the lower values, lower tone, higher values, greater tone, higher tone. Okay? So play with that. Speech rate, 0 to 2. So 2 is really fast. She talks really fast. Slow, she talks really slow like a robot. Okay? You guys got this? Okay? Once again, that's a good tool on how to go and study something. Get out of there. All right, back to MIT. Back to, I'll make this one. Box. Let's go into my man's Arnold speech recognizer. So we're going to click on BTN Voice. Maybe. And when I click on BTN Voice, I'm going to call my speech recognizer. Call it get text. And then it's just like a camera. After you get the text, you have to do something with it. Okay? And then after I get the text, you have to do an if statement on what they said. If they said red, if they said green. How many things can they say into the phone? How many options can your user say into your phone? Yeah. No. How many options, Arnold? What? As much as you want, right? So you have to figure out if they say this, if they say that. So this now is a control statement, and I want to show you a control if right away, because this is one of the most important things in programming. Okay? So I'm going to do an if statement. And now I have to do some logic. If they logically set something equal to. If the result, get the result right here. If the result is equal to a text. So if they said red, what am I going to do? If they said red, then I'm going to duplicate this block right here, which I've already done. And I'm going to set the paint canvas to red. You with me? Now, there's a little blue button here. This is a test question. This is a mutator button. It's called a mutator or a morph button. Morph means to change. Mutate means to change right now. If you would morph right now into a Smurf, what would happen to you? You'd turn blue and turn into a Smurf right now, right? So I'm going to hit this. And I'm going to do a bunch of else ifs in here. Just drag them in. Okay? I'm going to drag these in. I'm going to duplicate this green block, put it down here, and I'm going to say, okay, what happens if they say green? I'll be honest with you right here. You need to make sure you go lowercase. Austin, what are you doing? Why do you not know? I'm going too fast? Okay, that's why I have videos. You can go home and watch this all night long. So if I go to blue, okay, I go to color. If they say blue, what are you going to do? Change this to blue, okay? If they say yellow, then you're going to change this to yellow. If you would probably not talk as much and work more, you would probably be better off. Okay? Then why are you talking? Why do you need talk if you need help? What happens if they say, I want to erase? What would you do if they say erase? We've already erased it once right here, right? Let's go back up and find our erase code. There it is. Duplicate the clear canvas. And you clear the canvas. What happens if they say clear? Could they say clear? If they hit clear, could they clear the canvas? Right? What else could they say? What would make sense? What if they say quit? Could we shut the whole app down if they quit? Yeah, I think so. I think if we go to control, I think there's something there that says close the screen, close application. There it is. Just shut the whole application down. If they say quit, shut the whole application down. Okay? Say it again. The else ifs, that's in the mutator button. So you go here to this little blue mutator button. Right next to the if, see it? You click on it, and then you could drag these into there. Drag as many else ifs. How many else ifs can we put in there? Infinite, right? Okay. So that's it. All you need to do now is to know how to run this tomorrow. You're out the door with more. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll post this video, and have a great day.